to get the small trailer.
Well, we made it about 40 minutes, and car started losing power, and then she died. Kevin, we were blessed enough to get it right off the exit and not be on the highway, but Kevin was going to call, see if we can't get towed, get a trailer out here and switch out some vehicles.
Well, this is getting to be a common occurrence, and I don't know. I'm trying to be positive, but we got maybe 40 minutes away from driving, and the car started losing power. Feels like the plugs are fouled or something. So I don't know if it's just the plugs, but it kept losing power and power. And we limped it off to the side of the road, and we're close enough to Low Man Rod Shop where they're bringing truck and trailer. Hopefully before it rains, it's gonna pour on us. But Ubers, this is what you do. If you drive them, you break down, and we broke down again.
Well, here we are, tent camping in a 34 while the storm's
It's not enjoyable. I hope no one thinks that we're faking this. This is not clickbait. Because I just want to drive the car. I don't want to. Here it comes.
Here it comes.
Here it comes. Getting a little toasty. Let's at least crack the windshield. Maybe get some air coming in that direction. Whew.
She is hot. I think my glasses are steaming out.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you wearing your sunglasses when you're in here?
Yeah, why are you?
That's a good point. I don't know.
Just to look cool?
No. I feel like if we get rushed and I have to run, I don't want to forget them.
Well, if it should pass. Once it passes, they'll get here with truck and trailer, and then we'll load it up once it passes, but we'll sit in the truck, I guess. With some air conditioning. Yeah. You can see it's, look out this way. You can see it rolling in. And I think we're definitely, I thought we were on the south side of it, but I think we're gonna get drilled before it comes, so.
Yeah.
Wind's picking up a little bit too.
Or right when he shows up and it's hammered. I guess we just all sit in here and lose a few pounds.
Take it out and get a little bit of oil on it.
Well, thanks to Low Man Rods, Mac here, for bailing us out once again. It seems to be a habit I break stuff, and it seems to be a habit Mac comes and saves the day again. Luckily this time, we weren't too far away. We were maybe 15 minutes from the shop at the very most. We have Nick in here as well. What we're hoping this is the plug wires were kind of loose on there, and we'll show you what Nick is doing. So he's pulling all the plugs out and kind of cleaning off the plugs, but the plug wires really weren't snapping in place, Nick?
Nah, they're a little loose. I mean, they look like they're pretty old, honestly, but another thing is where you're gonna find Hemi parts like right away.
Right.
But most of them, like, they look pretty old, but all I do is I just bent them in a little bit more or a little bit tighter on the plug, because most of them we could just pull out pretty much really easily. So I'll hopefully do that and clean all the plugs, and then
see if it starts.
Yeah, that, and we'll probably do some adjustment on the carburetors again.
Yeah.
We're fighting this humidity this week.
Yeah. So we'll see if that kind of works once he gets the plug wires all fixed on there. That would be really good. We'll see if it fires up, if we can get back on the road, but crossing our fingers. Nick, you gotta come in. I gotta get Nick in here, right? You may remember Nick before. We got the birds squealing in the background, but Low Man Rods again saved the day. Thank you to Nick for working on the car.
Oh, you're welcome.
And give a real quick 30-second what you end up adjusting on the car to get us back on the road.
Well, we found the plug wires are all a little loose on all 8 cylinders pretty much. So all I did was just tighten up a little bit of the plug wires. They just wanted to pop off really easy. Cleaned all the plugs, and then I just went through and adjusted the carburetor and the throttle pedal again. Maybe just the very humid air in Ohio pretty much just moved to Florida at this rate.
Yeah.
But I think we're good to go now.
Yeah. So we're gonna try to get back on the road. And again, we don't build our cars. So you may be like us, you may be a professional builder or so forth, and that is awesome, right? But we bring our stuff here locally to Low Man Rods, Tip City, Ohio. They always take care of us. Thanks again to Nick.
Oh, you're welcome.
We're back on the road, so let's do it, Kyle. You ever feel a little bit of a sigh of relief, like it's not as bad as what you thought it was? It's kind of, right now my stomach feels a little bit better, that it's not as bad. And I'm still crossing my fingers because stuff can still happen. And we still have more storms rolling in. So we're chasing a storm and another one's behind us. So we're kind of in between the rain. But the car is running better. And we have another hour or so till we get to the fairgrounds and try to register. So we're gonna make it.
Let's go!
Yeah. So we're back, right? So the car, we're waiting on Mac to come get us. And yeah, we tried to drive it, but we think we have it figured out what it is. We think it's a fuel issue in the car. We think it's a fuel issue because the rear carburetors are getting all condensed and all wet, so it may be a vapor locking. We're gonna let it sit here for a second. We're gonna load it up, but if it starts right up, we know it's a fuel issue. But the carburetors are getting just drenched. So the goal this weekend now, we have the truck, we're blessed with that. We have the Roadster. We're gonna be driving around in those this weekend, and we're gonna call it a day for the 34. So we'll still see you in Columbus, but stay tuned for other cars. Well, I'm actually excited today. You may not be able to hear my voice. You may, I don't know, but we're back on the road. We're picking up the 413 Coupe. And it has been since Columbus, so it's been over a month since I've driven it last, since you saw the problems earlier. And we thought we were gonna have to do a lot more changes, but in the end, only one change was made. And when we had the car with the Catalyst Al 3-speed, I swapped the gear from the 411 back down to a 348 so I could drive it out on the highway a little bit more, and we left it that way with the new 5-speed. So we put the other gear, flipped it back on the quick change, and Low Man Rods, Mac up here, has driven the car several hours. Everything's been good, but what we thought was just all the condensation on the carburetors. If we showed that in the last episode or earlier videos, we kept getting condensation, and as that condensation would build on those rear carburetors, it was almost water mixing with the fuel is what we thought, and it was making the car stumble and fall on its face. So the temperature was not getting hot enough. We actually have to increase temperature. So put that question in your mind. How often do you ever say you need your car to run hotter? We actually needed this car to run hotter. So with the gear swap, it raises the RPMs, raises the temperature. So far we've been pushing it up to probably about 175, 180 degrees, and it seems to be running good. So we're about to hop into 413 Coupe for the first time since Columbus, and we're gonna drive it home, and I'm like a new kid with a new hot rod. So we're gonna check the car out, but thanks again to Low Man Rods for saving the day. Let's get it done. We're here. There she is. Look at that, Kyle. Show that beast. Oh yeah. My favorite hot rod. It is one of those that just, it's not the slickest car, it's not the most expensive car, but I love this car. No, it is not for sale. I've been questioned, it is not for sale. It takes such a stupid amount of money. I love the car, so I can't wait to drive it. They also have new tires and wheels on this car as well. So we have 2 sets of Steelies now. That has been another change since Columbus, since we drove it last. We had another set of Steelies and a set of Excelsiors put on it for our road trips, because I want to drive the car. So when we're close, we'll put the others back on the bias plies. When we're on the road, we're gonna test out the new tires today. And should we try a burnout? I don't know. Should we try a burnout with the new tires and see if it lasts, or do we break it again? So stay tuned. We're back on the road. Let's go. Oh, first look at the car. Again, excited. You'll notice the wheel change. So another set of Steelies. These have the Excelsiors. They're definitely not as wide as the other set, but we did another set front and rear on the 413 Coupe. So that way, if we're doing a road trip, we have a set of radials, and maybe I'm not moving around as much, or if we're hitting rain, I'm not as nervous. I know all of you that have the bias plies, you're professionals, but I'm just not as big of a professional, right? So I'm ready for another set of radials, but when we're close, we're gonna be running these, or not these, we'll be running the other set, but on our road trips, we wanna get ready for Bonneville next year. That is the goal, and I wanna be running these, so I can't wait to drive. I cannot wait to drive the car. I can't wait to hear it again and just kind of get it ready. We're getting it ready. We're going to get it dialed in for Triple Crown. So when you see this video, I think the next week we're going to be at the Triple Crown in Nashville and catch this car as well as the purple truck. It'll be for sale there unless it were to sell before, but we're going to have both. So come check this car out in Nashville at the Triple Crown next week when you see this video. This must be my thermostat. So this is the extra set of wheels. So I love the look of these. So we'll run these again. I'm debating, do we run these in Nashville? I guess it depends on how the car runs. So why don't you do some work, Kyle? Nice thing is, buy a truck with a step. So you just walk up here now. I do like the look of the bigger tires on the back of that versus the skinnies. It looks meaner with these on there. a bad dude. A dudette.
Ready, Kevin?
I think so. Let's do it. But definitely feels good to be back in the 413 Coupe, driving it again. We're checking out the new tires, the new wheels. I think there's always little bugs that you have to work out in these hot rods, so that was to be expected. And I think we'll still have a few more to work out. But we're going to test drive it for about an hour here on the way home today. We got Kyle behind us in the truck. So let's see how it does. We're getting right on the highway and we're going to get up to speed. So let's cross our fingers and hopefully it's a smooth trip home. It's a long drive. And I need some earplugs. My ears are ringing a little bit after an hour of driving, but it is again good to be back in the 413 Coupe. And my mind is racing because, as I said inside the car, I'm thinking of all the little things and tweaks and everything over the winter that I want to do to dial it in even more. So I'm always up for making changes. So thanks to Kyle today. Kyle, you want to show yourself on camera? Yeah, Kyle doesn't want to be on camera, he wants me to. But thanks to Kyle today for helping me out filming, but also editing everything that our team does, but also going up to Low Man Rods. Thanks to Low Man Rods. And by all means, give us a thumbs up if you like today's content, hit the subscribe button, and check out our website, opposingcylinders.com, where we have over 100 vehicles at any given time, and it's growing daily for sale. So check out that. And check daily at our website, Opposing Cylinders. So thanks for watching. We'll see you on the road next episode.